morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Today is Wednesday, and I was able to bike to work today. Then I realized when recording this episode 2 days ago out on this balcony where I like to stretch, the noise is absurd, so I apologize. I'll try and make it quick, and I'll try and sit as close as I can and utilize my noise filters to their maximum. I wanted to talk mostly today about something I think we've mentioned a few times in the past, but that's these archaic forms of data collection and data retention. Things like paper and whiteboards. So in our office, there are more computers than there are people. People are often required to use multiple computers at the same time. And then anybody who works a full-time job is issued a computer, but then at the same time has access to as many redundant computers as they could possibly need to do their job. I myself have a backup computer under my desk. Hey, it's windy too. I myself have a backup computer under my desk that I utilize for testing old software. Yes, it's an old computer. Not very old, a little old. But at the same time, we also offer notepads, pens, whiteboards, loose paper, all kinds, all manner of printed paraphernalia as well. And I'm wondering why that is. Is that absolutely necessary? In fact, I have a whiteboard that's just absolutely covered with notes. My old office mate used to describe it as a map of Six Flags. And I realized when a colleague of mine came in, we were having a little meeting, and she kind of looked up and she says, "This is impressive." She picked up the eraser and she said, "What if I just erased the whole thing?" And I'd say, you know, that probably wouldn't matter. And then she laughed and she says, "Well, look, you got a copy of it right here." She points next to the whiteboard where I had a photograph that I had taken of the whiteboard, printed out, and taped to the wall. And I said, well, actually, that's what was on the whiteboard before. See, my habit with the whiteboard is to write down everything that matters. Big game picture. Or a big picture game. I don't know, something along those lines. So that way I can see kind of full roadmap over the next week or two of what the strategies need to be. All the little minor things I'd like to take care of, but where my focus really needs to be when it needs to be there. All the critical things I definitely shouldn't miss. Anything that I could take care of myself if I have the opportunity to, and anything I should delegate if I don't. So I write it down and I hardly ever look at it again. Like maybe there's some little snippets, quick reference snippets. A lot of times I write down like major calendar. Big event on the 21st, day off on the 37th, doctor appointment 37th. Yeah, I have a day off on the 37th. On the 17th, doctor's appointment on the 1st, office party here, another big event here, important meeting there. And that way I can look up quick reference. Just, okay, that's on the 12th, no, so that should be fine. I don't have to worry about that. That's really about it. And then what I tend to do is when it comes time that I need to refocus my big picture, I will be so worried that I'm missing something that I'll take a picture of the whiteboard and then redo everything. Multiple redundancies. And then if I'm still concerned, I will print that picture out and tape it next to it. Okay, this is what was up on the whiteboard a week ago. This is what's up on there now. And then paper-wise, I was in a meeting the other day. I had my computer right in front of me, but I was displaying PowerPoint slides, and I had to take some notes, and I was alt-tabbing into Notepad, and it was just cumbersome. So having a Notepad there to quickly jot down one or two ideas, and then later transform them into something else would have been very, very helpful. The technology is good because it does some things faster, but other things just not so much. It's a little less flexible, but it is extraordinarily fast. It's like the highway. Major highway out there. On that road, right out there. Probably 200 yards in that direction. On that road, you can go, a lot of people go 80 miles an hour. You're supposed to go no faster than 55. There's also a road right here. This road right here, no different in construction than that road. A little bit smaller, but pretty much the exact same road. This road, you can't go faster than 15. But this road down here, you have a lot of options. You can get a lot of different places without having to go as far. The technology is like the highway. You can go really, really fast, but you're limited in what you can do. And that limitation is diminishing on a daily basis. Tomorrow, let's talk about the amazing pause function that I just discovered in my new podcast program. Whereas your back roads are more like your older technologies, stuff like paper. They're not nearly as fast. But they can get you to the places where you need to be without having to travel as far, and the highway you can't just, some places you can, some specifically built places, you can just pull off the road to a restaurant. Typically, if you're on the highway, you have got to get off that highway and drive for another few minutes before you get to the restaurant. What do you think? You use paper? You use a whiteboard? Or are you entirely technology? Or are you somebody who still doesn't use a computer at all? I'm intrigued. Let me know. In any event, have a nice day. They're not going 55 today. The northbound lanes are going 55, but the southbound lanes are going 5.